Osaka is a designated city in the Kansai region of Honshu in Japan, and one of the three major cities of Japan. It is the capital of and most populous city in Osaka Prefecture, and the third most populous city in Japan, following the special wards of Tokyo and Yokohama. With a population of 2.7 million in the 2020 census, it is also the largest component of the Keihanshin metropolitan area, which is the second largest metropolitan area in Japan and the 10th largest urban area in the world with more than 19 million inhabitants. Osaka was traditionally considered Japan's economic hub. By the Kofun period, 300 to 538, it had developed into an important regional port, and in the 7th and 8th centuries, it served briefly as the imperial capital. Osaka continued to flourish during the Edo period, 1603 to 1867, and became known as a center of Japanese culture. Following the Meiji Restoration, Osaka greatly expanded in size and underwent rapid industrialization. In 1889, Osaka was officially established as a municipality. The construction boom accelerated population growth throughout the following decades, and by the 1900s, Osaka was the industrial hub in the Meiji and Taisho periods. Osaka made noted contributions to redevelopment, urban planning and zoning standards in the post-war period. The city developed rapidly as one of the major financial centers in the Keihanshin metropolitan area. Osaka is a major financial center of Japan, and it is recognized as one of the most multicultural and cosmopolitan cities in Japan. The city is home to the Osaka Exchange as well as the headquarters of multinational electronics corporations such as Panasonic and Sharp. Osaka is an international center of research and development and is represented by several major universities, notably Osaka University, Osaka Metropolitan University, and Kansai University. Famous landmarks in the city include Osaka Castle, Osaka Aquarium Kaiyukan, Dotonbori, Tsutenkaku in Shinsekai, Tennoji Park, Abeno Harukas, Sumiyoshi Taisha Grand Shrine, and Shitennoji, one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Japan. Osaka means large hill or large slope. It is unclear when this name gained prominence over Naniwa, but the oldest written evidence for the name dates back to 1496. By the Edo period, Osaka were mixed use, and the writer Hamamatsu Udakuni in his book Setsuyo Akiboshu published in 1808, states that the kanji was abhorred because it returns to the earth, and then was used. The kanji, earth, is also similar to the word, night, and means against, so can be understood as Samurai Rebellion, then was official name in 1868 after the Meiji Restoration. The older kanji is still in very limited use, usually only in historical contexts. As an abbreviation, the modern kanji Han refers to Osaka City or Osaka Prefecture. In the Jomon period, 7000 BCE, Osaka was mostly submerged by the Seto Inland Sea, and the small Uemochi Daichi Plateau, 12 kilometers long and 2.5 kilometers wide, located in the southern part of the city called Wihanmaki, was a peninsula. The Wihanmaki area consisted of a peninsula with an inland sea, Seto Inland Sea, in the east. It is considered one of the first places where inhabitants of Japan settled, both for the favorable geological conditions, rich in fresh water and lush vegetation, and because it was in a position difficult to attack from a military point of view. The earliest evidence of settlements in the Osaka area are the Morinomiya ruins, Morinomiya Iseki, which is located in the central Chuaku district. Buried human skeletons and a keizuka, a mound containing remains, were found as well as shell mounds, oysters, and other interesting archaeological discoveries from the Jomon period. In addition to the remains of consumed food, there were arrowheads, stone tools, fishing hooks and crockery with remains from rice processing. It is estimated that the ruins contain 2,000-year-old debris between the Jomon and Yayoi period. The findings of the archaeological sites are exhibited in an adjacent building. In the years between the end of the Jomon period and the beginning of the Yayoi period, the sediments that were deposited north of the Uemochi Daichi Peninsula/plateau transformed the sea that stretched to the east into a lagoon which was called Kawachi. During the Yayoi period, 300 BCE 250 CE, permanent habitation on the plains grew as rice farming became popular. At the beginning of the 3rd century CE, the Grand Shrine of Sumiyoshi Taisha was inaugurated near the harbor, commissioned by consort Empress Jingu. This Shinto shrine structure survived historical events, which inaugurated a new style in the construction of Shinto shrines, called Sumiyoshi Zakuri. The maritime panorama enjoyed from the shrine gardens inspired several artists, and nowadays the representations of that type of landscape are called sumiyoshi drawings.